I would like to put forth a motion for the NHL to allow every team to bring the moms to every game. It's only fair that the moms see their son play the great game of hockey in person. It's only fair.
Wow. You have to get up, do what they do. But that was insane. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come on! I make go records, baby. I'm liking this.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thanks for tuning in. Blackhawks playing their 29th game of the season against the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey. The back end of a back-to-back, all on the road. The last game of the mom's trip. And the Hawks win. They get the 2 points via the shootout against the Devils. That means 2 points against the Bruins, 2 points against the Devils, 4 points on this back-to-back road trip, 4 points all via the bonus hockey periods, 4 points because of mom power. What a great road trip. The New Jersey Devils, yes, they're pretty much right at the bottom of the standings. They fired their coach, but they got a new coach now, and they're looking to turn the corner a little bit. Yeah, they'll probably still get a top 5 pick, but you can't take them for granted. You can't take any team in this league for granted, especially when you are on the back end of a back-to-back. Blackhawks are coming off a big win against the Boston Bruins the night before in overtime. But the Hawks don't really help themselves out early. Blackhawks would find themselves taking 3 penalties in that first period. Technically 4, though, because Gilbert got into a bit of a scrap with Wayne Simmonds. Now, that was a quality fight. It's been a while since we've seen a fight like that, like a heavyweight fight. Definitely props to both participants there, Simmonds and Gilbert, throwing down out there. But besides that, Hawks having to kill off 3 penalties, and although their penalty kill has been pretty good as of late, when you keep taking penalties, the other team is eventually going to score. And that's what happened on the third power play opportunity for the Devils. Taylor Hall with the puck at the dot, and a little bit of a screen in front. Corey Crawford never sees it. Hall places it perfectly. Far side over the right pad. Devils take the lead 1-0. That's how this game would go into the second period. Now, I'm not going to lie. Last year, when Gilbert made his NHL debut, I was not a fan. It was a rough debut, to be fair. But considering that the Hawks have a plethora of defensive talent in their prospect pool, just figured Gilbert was going to be nothing more than a career AHLer, at least if he stayed in the Blackhawks organization. But I got to admit, he's grown on me since then. This year, in the 5 games he's come up and played for the Hawks, we've seen him improve basically every single one of those games, and you want to see that. And because of that, and because of the strides he's seemingly made, he's grown on me. It's nice to have that kind of physical presence on the defensive end, kind of like Connor Murphy. You have 2 guys like that. Now, you can't have all 6 of your defensemen like that. You need to pair them up and have some mixture in your defense. But having 2 guys with, the ability to throw their body around like that, not afraid to hit superstars like Jack Hughes, well, potential superstars like Jack Hughes, and then not be afraid of, repenting for your sins and having to fight Wayne Simmonds. Like, that's nice to have. It's nice. Obviously, Gilbert still has room to improve. He's 23 years old. He's a young defenseman. Defensemen tend to kind of hit their peak later in their careers anyhow, or at least at a later age compared to forwards. So, although he's 23, it's not really super young, but he still has plenty of time to kind of grow into being a possible NHL defenseman. Hopefully, he continues to make strides, continues to gain confidence like we've seen him these 5 games, because it seems like the potential might be there. Now, it's tough to get a whole lot going when you're taking a whole lot of penalties. Brandon Saad had a couple of breakaway chances in that first period, could not find a way to bury it. Tried to move one time, tried to just shoot another. Both times did not work. Love to see him bury one of those. But Hawks seemingly outplaying the Devils 5v5. Just got to cut down on the penalties. They do that in the second period. They would get a power play of their own. Just short of halfway through, the Blackhawks would take advantage of the power play. Dylan Strome with a very athletic hand-eye coordination play, knocking the puck out of midair, gets it to Patrick Kane, who puts a shot on net, seemingly hits the post near side, comes out the other side, wide open net. Jakubczak buries it with the backhand. Hawks tie this game up 1-1. Hawks would have a good quality rest of the second period. A lot of shots. Devils had quite a bit of shots too. Crawford was up to the challenge. This game would go into the third period tied at 1. The third period would be a bit slower of a period in this game. 5 shots for the Hawks, 6 shots for the Devils. You could tell about halfway through that third period that the Hawks were on the back end of back-to-back. They looked like they had a little bit of tired legs. It looked like they were just kind of trying to run out the clock. They would successfully. This game would go into the 3-on-3 overtime period. So the Hawks secure a point, secure getting 3 points in this road back-to-back. But can they get that 4th point? Well, it wouldn't come from the 3-on-3 portion of overtime. Both teams having some possession, having a couple of chances, but overall pretty slow 3-on-3 session. Kind of an extension of the third period, really. So neither team finding a way to get a goal via 3-on-3. So we head to the shootout. And I know a lot of people, not a big fan of the shootout, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm fine with shootout because despite the Hawks not having won a shootout yet this year, I feel like your chances of winning in a shootout are probably the exact same chances as you have winning 3-on-3 overtime. And in that sense, in terms of the extra point in the standings, it really doesn't make a difference. When you get to overtime, whether it's 3-on-3 or shootout, it's a crapshoot. It is what it is. So here we go. Shootout time it is. Jonathan Toews up first, as always. Nice forehand, backhand move. He's tried that earlier this season. Didn't work before, but it works now. Hawks on the board first. Gusev would score for the Devils. Then Patrick Kane would come up, and he would have a nice 5-hole shot. But then Jesper Boqvist, who, well, probably recognize the name, brother of Adam Boqvist, he would score for the Devils. So it's 2-2 going into the third. And Jakubczak failed to score. Palmieri would fail to score for the Devils. Dylan Strome would then fail to score for the Hawks. Taylor Hall would fail to score for the Devils. And then we get to Kirby Dach. Beautiful little deke. Roofs it. Gets the Hawks up. Forces Jack Hughes to have to score to keep this one going. And Crawford makes the big save. Hawks win. They secure the extra point. They secure the 4 points on this road back-to-back. 4 points for the Moms. It's a great 2 games to be Blackhawk. So the Hawks with a nice little bounce back after a bad couple games against the Avalanche and the Blues. Hopefully this springboards them into some better times. Maybe a bit of a surge up the standings to the wild card. That would be lovely. Next game is at home Sunday night against the Arizona Coyotes, who are doing quite well right now, right near the top of the Pacific Division. Hopefully the Hawks come out and have another quality game and get 2 points at home. Maybe we can sneak the Moms in too. But I'll tell you what, I apologize for this video coming out a bit late. Had a beer league hockey game basically right after the Hawks game last night against the Devils. It'll be a similar thing on Sunday, although I'll probably get to that video right after I'm done that night. It's just going to be really late. I'm not going to be able to wait till the morning like I did today, because, well, I got to work on Monday, but that'll probably be like a one-take recap video, so apologies once again for kind of having late videos these 2 games here, but I hope you understand. I appreciate it if you do, and with that said, thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always, but most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.